Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ariel here. I know it's been quite a bit since my last video, and I do apologize, guys. It's just because I've been really busy with school and work, and yeah, it's that time of the year, where you gotta grind, you gotta hustle. But I decided to make some more videos for you guys right now that I do have some time, just because I finished all my homework and I don't have work until a couple more hours. But yeah, I'm excited to do this video for you guys, and let's just get into it. So in the last video, we did defeat Roxanne, and I got my first gym badge, which is pretty cool. We finally have a badge. I believe there's always 8 gyms. Yeah, it has to be 8. I was gonna say 6, but six isn't that much, because I feel like you'd be able to run through it. But I believe there's 8 gym badges always. And now that we have the first one, I'm pretty excited because it means that we officially have a badge, So it's pretty cool. And then we have cut that we need to teach. We need to have a little HM slave. So Zigzagoon, my boy, you're gonna be cutting up the trees for us. And then this is the same guy from the Petalburg Forest, I believe. Yeah. And we're just gonna help him out really quick. But yeah, thank you guys for the views on the other videos. Each of them almost have 100, or they do have 100, but one of them, I believe part 2, has like 70. But thank you guys so much for watching these videos, and it really means a lot. I didn't know whether or not this playthrough was gonna do any numbers. I really thought I was gonna be stuck at like 5 views for like a month or so. But thank you guys for watching, and like I said, it does mean a lot. I do appreciate it. But on the other hand, I'm gonna be try to uploading like once a week at least, like on my free time whenever I do have that. Cause like I said, I do have work and school right now, so it's just been pretty hectic. But yeah, it's September 9th. Wow, that's so crazy that it's actually September 9th right now that I'm recording this. But if I upload another day, then yeah, you guys will know. But the other day, I believe it was on Tuesday the 6th, I went to Horror Nights employee night, and it was really cool. Yeah, there was a few mazes that I didn't get to, like Halloween and Scarecrow, but the other ones were really cool. They had Blumhouse, Universal Hotel, that's the new one, Universal Monsters, which is like Dracula, the Mummy, and Frankenstein, I believe. No, Werewolf. They had the Weekend, the Killer Clowns, the Tram, which was Us, and Nope. And it was really cool to walk through that. What else do they have? La Llorona. They had. Did I say Blumhouse? Well, I think that's it. So I did most of the mazes and stuff, and it was really cool. My favorite one had to be the Weekend, though. It was just. I don't know how to explain it. You just had to go in there. If you guys aren't gonna go to Horror Nights this year, you guys can always go to, or just search up HHN mazes or Halloween Horror Nights in 2022. And I'm pretty sure people already have posted up some videos, but it's really cool. So if you guys live in California, in Los Angeles area, or even Orlando, you guys can for sure check it out. And I've been going to Horror Nights for about I would say, I think the first time I went was 2015, 16, 17, 18. So I went, this is probably like my 7th time going, 7th or 6th. It's my 2nd time going as a Universal Studios employee. For some of you guys that don't know, I do work at Universal Studios, so I was able to go to the employee night, which was really cool, because we got to see everything before it was actually like the grand opening. But yeah, I think it's a really big deal for the company. I think that's where they generate most of the revenue. Because a lot of people like going to that, a lot. And not to say that the park is bad or anything, but you can't compare like Horror Nights to the regular park. Because I feel like the regular theme park is for like tourists or season pass members, but yeah, it's more like Horror Nights. I feel like everybody just is attracted to it and enjoys it more. And then we have Lotad here, who's finally evolving into Lombre. Really excited about this. Lombre. What's funny is the other day I was actually talking to my little brother about this, since I in Pokemon Go I evolved Lombre into Ludicolo, and what I had figured out, I was like, wow, Ludicolo kind of looks Hispanic, kind of maybe Mexican, because he has a sombrero, and then I said Lombre, El Hombre, the man, like, yeah. If you guys are Hispanic or Latino, you would get it. But we also have Trico here. Mikasa involved into Grova. I'm really excited about this as well. I believe she's finally going to be able to learn Leaf Blade pretty soon. I think like in a couple more levels. But yeah, that's some great news. She's a mixed attacker, and she's really fast. I'm excited about this. I think I'm going to be running her mostly attack, not special, just because, well, physical attack or not special, just because she does have that adamant nature. So yeah, and she is pretty speedy. So but one thing I am wondering is when we get like the megas and stuff. I know it has to be when I already have a Sceptile, because they give you the megas for the final evolution. But I just wonder how like far into the game it is. Also, like the Latios and Latias, when they gift it to you. Well, Steven does, I believe. And I wonder when that's gonna come out too. I don't think I would be using those on my team, just because they're a little OP, overpowered. I wouldn't enjoy playing the game like that. But on other news, school's been going great. Taking a total of 15 units, 15, 16. And, it's a little overwhelming at times, but as long as I stay on track with my work and, just get to it, it's not that difficult. But if you guys been enjoying this series, make sure you guys comment down below which is your favorite Pokemon. If you guys are enjoying the series, just anything down below. Maybe we could have a conversation in the comments, and maybe I could make some more content that you guys actually enjoy and stuff. So pretty happy about that. On the other hand, my birthday is coming up as well. I'm turning kind of a older age. If you guys want to guess how old I am, you guys can comment that down below. But my birthday is coming up soon. I am excited, but I don't know what to do for it. Yeah, I don't know what to do for my birthday, so I'm pretty excited for that as well. Let's see what has happened since the last video. Well, recently I've been getting more into reading and just trying to focus on my education in all the ways, because I am taking college classes, right? I'm enrolled in school, but I'm also taking some courses on Coursera, just like digital marketing, and I think it's really cool that the first 7 days were free to just, check if you like it and stuff, and then after that it's $30 a month, I believe. And it's really cool that Coursera offers that. And I know there's other websites like Udemy and I think Treehouse, but yeah, it's really cool. And we also have our Dust Talks now, so I'm excited for that. Our boy Jim. I would like to use him throughout this whole playthrough, because I think it'd be kind of funny. Nobody ever uses those early bug Pokemon. I mean, except for maybe Beedrill. Since the Mega Beedrill, he's pretty good. They buffed him up, but let's see. Who else do I want to catch in this playthrough? Oh, nah, I don't want to say much, but I do got my eye on a couple of big players. Maybe Skarmory, possibly Aggron, Crawdont. Who else? I was gonna say Breloom, but maybe Breloom actually. I might switch it up and put some people in the boxes and just have some fun with it, because that's what it's all about. Especially when you're playing a game like this. Why are you gonna have the easy way out, catch all the Pokemon that'll basically one shot the whole game for you? You're supposed to enjoy it, I do have work today, kind of annoying, but what can you do? You need that money, right? What else? Recently I've been debating on whether or not getting a Switch. I know I've been wanting to get a Switch since maybe last Christmas or so, but I haven't really got around to it. I know the price point is like $300 for the regular Switch, $350 for the updated one. I think the Switch with the OLED screen, and the Switch Lite is $200. And I think the one I would go for is probably the regular one for $300. But still, $300 is kind of pricey right now for me, and especially on a console that I won't be playing every day. I feel like I wouldn't be giving too much time to it. So, but here we have another battle. Geodude, come on, Geodude, how are you gonna go against a Lombre who literally will beat you in every single way? I do want to add a fire type to this team though, just because the lack of fire types in this region. I think there's only like 5 Pokemon in the whole game who are like fire type, like Ninetales, Magcargo, Torkoal. That could possibly be it right there. Oh, plus their pre-evolutions and stuff. But I think that's it. Oh, obviously, starter, Torchic, Combusken, Blaziken. But that's about it. This region is mostly water. Water is big in Hoenn, of course, as you guys know. I think fire type in general, that they never really have a lot of Pokemon. I would want to say maybe, I was gonna say Gen 4, but Gen 4 really doesn't have anything as well. Maybe Gen 1, yeah, because Arcanine, and you have Flareon. I can't really think of it, but it doesn't make. Sorry guys, I was just texting my girlfriend. She said we're gonna go get wings after work today. So I'm about to get some wings. I'm about to try that new Wingstop burger, the chicken sandwich from Wingstop. Those look so delicious. If you guys like Wingstop or just wings in general, tell me what's like your favorite flavor. I'd be down to try new flavors. I think the only one I've ever gotten was probably mild, mango habanero, barbecue, lemon pepper. But I've never tried none of those different flavors, like Cajun or what other one? well, those other flavors, like Parmesan or garlic Parmesan, I believe it is. Garlic Parmesan, Cajun, and those flavors, they never really caught my attention. I'm not a big fan of like cheese and stuff, so. uh, let's see. What else you guys should I tell you about you guys? Um, oh, I went to the Dodger game the other day. It was really cool. It was Watermelon Heritage Night. I believe I told you guys before in like another episode that I always go to Dodger games and sporting events like that. And I went to the Dodger game and it was really cool. I forgot what the final score was, but I thought it was gonna be a blowout at first. But then Padres came back. They scored like 4 runs in an inning. But ultimately they did lose to the Dodgers. And I think the Dodgers closer, I don't know if he's new or not. Obviously, he's not like a rookie or anything. I think he played for the White Sox before. Craig Kimbrell. I don't know if you guys know him or not or watch baseball, but it was really cool because when he came in to close the game out, they were playing "Let It Go" on the speakers, and it was pretty funny. I guess it's like the equivalent of the Mets closer since they play like the trumpet thing. And when he walks out, yeah, it's like the thing that closers and pitchers do, and just baseball in general. Like everybody has their own walk-up song and stuff. So it was a fun game. There was like 2 fights though, so that wasn't cool. But I did enjoy the game. I brought an ice cream in the little souvenir cup, it was a souvenir hat, like the helmet. And I kept the white one. My little brother got the blue one. My girlfriend got the green, not the green, pink. And yeah, it was a really cool game. And actually, yesterday was the opening night, I would say, of the NFL season. It was the Rams against the Bills. That one was a really cool game. I knew the Bills were gonna win. I'm not a big fan of the Rams. I had predicted. Well, I had told my friends. I said, yeah, I think the Bills are definitely gonna win this game. They have something to prove this season. It's not like they're a bad team or anything. The last time we seen them in the playoffs, they got bounced out by the Chiefs, and I think this is a year that they're gonna win the AFC Championship, make it to the Super Bowl, and who knows, maybe they could actually win the whole thing. So, and it ended up being a blowout. If I remember correctly, there was about 3 picks by Matthew Stafford, 3 or 4 interceptions, and I don't know about you guys, but for a defending Super Bowl champion, defending Super Bowl quarterback, to throw picks like that, it's not a good look. Not a good look at all. Stephon Diggs, he didn't have a touchdown. Cooper Kupp scored one. But Josh Allen, MVP, quarterback of the Bills. I believe he's going to be MVP this year. If not, I'm not sure who is. I still have to see how the Chargers play out against the Raiders. That's going to be a good series, especially now that the Raiders have picked Devontae Adams from the Packers. That rivalry just got better, especially since last season. They both could have made the playoffs, but the Chargers kind of stabbed in the back and ended up paying the price as the Raiders did win against them, and they stole their spot in the playoffs. But really interesting to see how that plays out. I think they play on Sunday in Las Vegas, since of course they are the Las Vegas Raiders now. They are the Las Vegas Raiders now. Kind of a weird name. They should have been Los Angeles Raiders. Still, they should have never left. Or they should have been in Oakland. But Oakland is getting rid of the A's as well, so they're not really going to have any sports teams. Unless you count in the Warriors, maybe. But it's more like San Francisco type. But that being said, that Raiders Chargers game, I'm gonna do my best to watch it. if I would have to bet on a team, or I'm a Chargers fan, so obviously I'm gonna choose Chargers. But having Devontae Adams, that weapon on the receiving end, is kind of crazy, because that game could be crazy. It could actually be crazy. I don't think the Raiders are that good of a team, but you never know, really. Like, we just saw the Rams, defending Super Bowl champs, get blown out in a game. Like, and then right now we did save Pico, the Wingle, for Mr. Briney. I was right. We did have to save him. I do remember a little bit of stuff about this game like that, and about the story, just because I would just be playing it a lot. And I think when I was younger, I would restart the game a lot, because I didn't really know how to play. So whenever I would get lost, I think I'd restart. It wasn't until like my older years, when I was in like middle school, early high school, playing Gen 3, that, I would go on YouTube if I got stuck, or just explore the game by itself. Alright, and then the guy wearing the karate outfit, he finally left here. And we finally got to go into this house, so that's pretty cool. One thing about this game is I love the detail that they added to it. I mean, obviously it's going to have that Gen 6 feel, because it is. But, you still get the sense of nostalgia. I really like it. But I feel like this patch of grass, it always bothered me. Just because the Pokemon that you would find there, like Skitty and, just Zigzagoons, it bothered me. I believe right here, yeah, there's nothing, but if I'm not mistaken, after, I think that's Fallboro Town, I think that's the fire type gym area, and then you go down there. Sorry about that, guys. That was my alarm. But I think it was like that. Let me see this. I told you guys I have work today, so my alarm went off, so sorry about that. Just means I have to get ready to go, but I'm basically already dressed, showered, I ate breakfast, so I'm good. It takes like maybe 30 minutes to get to work. 45 max, but if there's traffic. So yeah, I actually go in today at like 2 p.m. So Terror Tram. Well, I'm on Google Maps right now, and they actually added most of the mazes on the map. They added the tram. What else? It's actually really cool. Universal Studios Fitness Center. What? I did not know that they had a fitness center. The studio store. What the? Wow, that's actually really cool. I think that's when, like, before COVID type, when they would actually like do more things like that, festivities, and just like have like more of a team kind of feel to it. All right, Mr. Stone. It's actually really funny, because I believe when you get a fossil, you have to bring it to them, and they kind of revive it. So that would be Anorith or Lillip, something like that. I really forgot. If you guys are a fan of that Pokemon, comment that down below, because I'm sorry if I butchered the name. But yeah, they you would go there, and they'd restore it for you. I'm not sure who I would pick. I think Lily Peep is grass rock, and since I do already have a Grovyle now, Mikasa, I don't think I'll be choosing that one. So I believe Bug Rock it is, and it'll end up turning into an Armaldo, which is one of Steven's Pokemon. And Steven is also the son of this guy, Steven Stone. Steven is probably one of my favorite champions. I don't believe he's a champion in this game, but in Emerald he is. I really don't remember. Or it's just that he is in this game, but in Emerald he's not. But in the anime, it was actually really crazy. Because Ash beat him in the anime, and Ash is going against Cynthia right now. They released part 1, but we all know that Ash is going to end up winning her. Even though I think that she should have been the champion, and Ash should have won against her in the final, but they are going to push the Leon versus Ash narrative for, of course, the Sword and Shield game. And I'm actually just excited for the upcoming months when Pokemon Violet and Scarlet are released. If I were to have, like I said earlier, like I said earlier, actually, guys, sorry, but I do need to buy a Switch, because when those games come out, I do want to be able to make content for you guys, so you could enjoy the journey with me, but that's for later. I believe the game releases in December, so I do have time to save up some money, maybe invest in a Switch and make that content. But from the 3 starters, it's Fuecoco, the Fire Croc, or who knows if it's a crocodile. It probably is, but Fuecoco. It's Spirit Cat. It's a grass type. And the other one is don't remember his name actually. I'm gonna search it up really quick for you guys. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet starters. What's his name? Starters. Spirit Gatito. God damn. No, yeah. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet starters. You can pre-order the game though, $60. Scarlet. I think both of the box covers are the motorcycle type of Pokemon. Like, they were making fun of it on Twitter the other day, of how they look like motorcycles, but they still have legs, but they have wheels. I think ultimately I would probably get Scarlet just because it looks a little bit better to me personally. Oh, okay. What? Oh, and Quaxley. Quaxley is the water type duck Pokemon. If I were to guess their final evolutions, the typing, I would say Quaxley is gonna be a fighting duck. So it's a fighting and water type, kind of like Poliwrath. Fuecoco is going to be, I would say, Fire Ghost as my first choice, or Fire Ground, Fire Rock type. But if it's Fire Rock or Fire Ground, it will have a 4 times weakness to water, which I don't know how I feel about that. I definitely wouldn't choose him because of that. If he's Fire Ghost, I think it's cool, but I think we've we've already seen that since in Legends of Arceus, you could choose Cyndaquil, which eventually turns into Typhlosion, as we all know. And Typhlosion in that game does carry a Fire Ghost typing. Nothing bad about it, but, to repeat it back to back. But can't say anything since they did it with Emboar and Infernape and Blaziken 3 times in a row. But if it's Fire Ghost, maybe I might choose it. Spirit Gatito. I think it's gonna be I would say okay, my first choice would be Fairy, of course, because it has the hints of pink. But I would maybe say Poison, of course. You could always have that grass poison type. You never know. And if it is Fairy, it would be really good. If it's Poison, it would fit as well. But hopefully, I don't know. Pokemon has a tendency to make the four-legged Pokemon stand up on its two legs, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I wouldn't know how I feel about that. Because, what could it turn into? A lion? Like, it could for sure turn into a lion type of Pokemon. That's what it is. So, yeah, I don't see it, like, unless it's actually like a kitten and not like a big cat Pokemon, but that would be kind of disappointing. It would be disappointing. I'm trying to see if there's like any more information on it. Yeah, I'm gonna say Fairy or Poison, but if it's something else, I would actually be surprised. Fuecoco, because Fuego is like fire. Cocodrilo is crocodile. But Fue is also like was. So he was a crocodile, which could mean he's a ghost. Because he was a crocodile. He was a fire crocodile. And it says right here on Dexerto, although not confirmed, it appears the crocodile's name is a mix between fuego, fire, and coco, which could possibly be a reference to the Coco ghost myth in Spain. I don't know that. I'm not Spanish. Yeah, some players believe that it's meant to be like a skull, which could be a ghost, obviously. But he is going to carry that fire type. Quaxley. If it's, what they could do is actually make them all 4 times a week to something, which would mean Quaxley would end up being water flying. He's a duck. I don't think ducks really fly like that, but he could. Yeah. I at this point, I was gonna say I didn't like Quaxley at all, but it looks nice. It looks cute. It's a little duck Pokemon. They all look good this time. I am reading that it says that the Spirit Gatito could turn into a possible fighting type. That would suck. Just because I feel like the best grass fighting type has already been made with Breloom. Chestnut, he was not good at all. And then is just agreeing with me on the fire ghost type on Fuecoco. And Yeah, it does come out in December. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Um, Scarlet and Violet. I'm trying to see when exactly it comes out. Okay. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet release date November 18th, 2022. So we have about 2 more months. We have about 2 more months. And also, November 18th, a week after that, is when the World Cup begins. If you guys are soccer fans, or not even soccer fans, you guys have to like just sports fans or fans of your country, because chances are that they made the World Cup, or a country close to your country did make the World Cup. So maybe you guys are going rooting for them. I'm not sure, but in my case, I would like to see Messi win the World Cup, just because he's quote unquote one of the best players ever, if not the best player who's ever played soccer. He did have his chance in Brazil in 2014. They did lose to Germany in that final. Uh, it was a blow. I was disappointed, but what can you do? That's life. You win some, you lose some, right? But that was his best chance to win. He had it. He had it right there. But nothing you can do about it. Another team that I can see winning is possibly Brazil, and according to the calculations that I was doing, Brazil's probably going to be first in their group. Right? So the calculations I did would lead a semifinal of Brazil or Germany against Argentina, which would be crazy. Now, it all depends if they all finish first, or I forgot how I did the bracket, but I believe if it was they all finished first, then that would be the case. But even then, it would mean we have a quarterfinal of Brazil Germany, which itself would be crazy because 2014 Brazil could have won the World Cup. They could have won it all. Unfortunately, Neymar did get injured, kind of messed up their rhythm, and that's when you had that 7-1 defeat to Germany in the, was it the quarterfinal, semifinal? No, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. But they did lose 7-1, and yeah, that game would just be so crazy to see Brazil Germany in the World Cup again. I think Brazil would win this time. And if they would win, they would go against Argentina. Remember, this is all hypothetically, like if they all finish where I placed them to be. Argentina Brazil semifinal. Everybody would watch that. And the winner of that would go against somebody like Belgium, England, France. And those are my 3 picks from the other side of the bracket. I don't have anybody else who can go far and win. I know a lot of people want to see Portugal or Argentina in the final, just to have Cristiano Ronaldo versus Messi, in a sense. The 2 greatest players that we've ever seen before go head to head against each other, but it does not seem realistic. Ronaldo is getting old. He's not in his prime anymore. Portugal, they even though they're a good team, I don't think they're well prepared to be a world champion like that, in my opinion, though. So you guys don't have to take it serious, but that's just what I think about it. Should be exciting. I would like to see where Uruguay gets to. They're going to be an exciting team to watch, as always. USA, it's interesting to see where they're going to end up. in this cup, just because obviously the U.S. is improving in soccer quickly and quickly. You have all these stars and the best players in the world. Their kids, most likely, they live in the United States. Like, for example, I believe Cristiano Ronaldo's son is going to be eligible to be on the U.S. national team. So it's little stuff like that you have all the stars having their kids in the U.S. And in a couple of years, I think they can really contend and win a World Cup. I'm not going to say this World Cup, most likely not the next one, but in 12 years, 16 years, 20 years, I'm saying the next 20 years, they'll win a World Cup. Now that's a hot take, but I actually believe it. You know, this country is increasing in the the level of talent that we have, and I believe in 20 years, which would be another 5 cups, they would win one at least. And I think after that, or whenever we start to see the United States actually dominate, I would say dominate in soccer, or just at least have some success, a lot of the young kids in this country gravitate towards that sport. They would want to be the best at it. And just how we dominated basketball for so long because we invented it, or football, baseball, that we've dominated for so long, we could dominate soccer. We are going to be behind by what, 100 plus years, 150 years, but I believe that we could be world champions one day. Who knows? That's why I said it's very interesting to see where they go this World Cup. Just because it's not like they don't have any talent. They do have talent. It's just how ready are they to showcase that to the world. Because MLS is kind of a joke. It's a retirement league right now. But you do have a handful of players that are currently in the Champions League playing for them, most notably Serginho Dest, Pulisic, and other players like that. We've had great players before, like Landon Donovan, Tim Howard, Clint Dempsey, Josie Altidore, players like that who, they may not be household names for many, but the United States, if you're a soccer fan, you most definitely know who at least one of them is. And like I said, this country, like, the level of talent growing in that sport is insane. You do have problems with the way that they produce their players. You got money involved, and if you don't have money, you don't play, type of thing. But who knows? You could be seeing a difference pretty soon, and that may end up making all the difference there is to being just a World Cup team to maybe being a World Cup champion. But enough of that soccer talk, or should I say football. But yeah, those are my takes on sports of this weekend. Yeah, we did make it to the second gym. I am really excited to go against Brawley this time. I know he does have quite a few fighters on his team, as this is a fighting type gym. And yeah, I'm excited to see who he has. We are leading off though with Lola. She's a beast. As you guys saw this video, she's a beast. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I do like the double typing grass and water, but who knows if she's gonna be on our team for long. I don't know when we're gonna get a leaf stone, but I hope it's pretty soon. Or not a. I think it evolves with a leaf stone. If it's a water stone, then I apologize, but if we do have to wait until like the end of the game, there's not gonna be a point in having a Lombre on the team. I would probably just replace it with Crawdhunt, and then it's just gonna look like a copy of Ash's team. with Crawdon and Sceptile. But yeah, I am happy right now that we do have Lola on this team. She's a beast, and yeah. But we are running out of PP on those moves, 7 and 6. But what can I say? Look at that tank using Absorb and Bubble. All the Pokemon better be afraid of Absorb and Bubble. What is Focus Energy gonna do right now? Nothing. I've never been a big fan of Machop and other Pokemon like that, like Meditite. I do like Mega Medicham though. Like it does look crazy. It looks super cool, but just not a fan of it. Fighting type, they are heavy hitters. You can't deny it, but I do prefer having that fighting as a second typing. As I said earlier with Breloom, Infernape, Blaziken, and probably even Emboar, throw them in. Just having that secondary fighting typing improves it a lot, but just having a pure fighter, not. I've never done that. Never really had much hope on my team because I knew you had to trade it. So, yeah, never. That's not to say that I would never have it on my team. Pokemon Go, I play this game, time to time. I do have a couple of Machamps, strong Pokemon, but I don't know. Another fighting type I forgot to mention was that I actually mentioned earlier was Poliwrath. He was one of my favorites when I was younger. Another Pokemon I thought was going to be fighting was for sure Incineroar. He's a wrestler. It made sense that he would be a firefighting, but yeah, I'm not sure if they came up with the dark typing or the concept of him becoming a wrestler, but it did really make a difference. Because let's say they came up with the wrestler concept first, they probably said, wow, another firefighting, people are going to be mad at this. They're going to go crazy. It did make sense, so it did. And, they just turned it into a dark type, which it's not bad, I guess you do have heals in wrestling that are a bit dark, or evil, I would say, or just a villain type. But it doesn't hit the same. But speaking of Incineroar, really cool Pokemon. I love them. I used them. I picked them first in my playthrough. I named mine Scar because it started off as a little cat, Litten. And yeah, it just ended up being a beast. But I've learned to appreciate Decidueye, Rowlet, Primarina, Popplio, at first I thought, wow, those are kind of lame. But that grass and ghost typing is crazy. Primarina with that fairy typing, outstanding Pokemon, beautiful Pokemon. Water itself is such a powerful typing that just having the pure water would have been great. But fairy, that I think I learned Ice Beam. It's fairy dragons are definitely scared of it, but yeah, I would say Primarina is probably the best one to use in a playthrough by far, just because of that fairy typing. But they're all good in their own ways, dark, fairy, and ghost. It's different. It's definitely different for a starter. I know Greninja is dark, but even then, yeah. Delphox, Psychic. Delphox being Psychic is probably one of my favorite things that the Pokemon franchise has done. A lot of people forget about Delphox. They either hate on Chestnut or just really love Greninja, and they just hate on Delphox. I know you have like those people who make that art of like Delphox and Braixen and stuff, but beyond that, like, it's just a really good Pokemon and a really good typing. It's like saying Gardevoir, because of that fairy psychic typing. so crazy. Like, I know people get mad when a Pokemon is too feminine or too masculine. Mostly if it's too feminine, but it's Pokemon. It's a game. It's just a design for a character. It's not that deep, I feel. So definitely, I would pick a Primarina and Delphox on the same playthrough if I could. Who knows if in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet they're both gonna be out there, Then you would have a team that covers water, fire, fairy, psychic, some of the most powerful typings in this game. So yeah. But to add on top of the starters, talking about starters, Emboar, Pignite actually. Pignite did have that wrestling costume, which is like bringing up Incineroar again. Like they're both wrestlers, and the fighting would have made sense. But what could you do about it? Maybe you could have had Emboar be dark as well back then, but they probably didn't think of it. Just because Emboar does have that kind of dark look to him, like he's up to no good, or he's a villain type of Pokemon. But I like Emboar, even though he's like a big Chungus and doesn't really. He's just a copy of the other two, Blaziken and Fernie, but he's good. I do think that they're gonna remake Black and White. Probably not Black and White 2. And since Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl just came out, maybe a year or two ago, I think it's gonna take maybe 5 years. No. To keep it even in numbers, I would say 6 years. Yeah, 6 years or 6 years. That's good. 6 years for them to make a Unova remake. And who knows what new things the Pokemon universe is gonna have by then. As we know with the new games that are gonna come out, they do have this. I'm not really too sure about it, but I know that you can switch your Pokemon's typing and stuff like that, or the move that you use turns it into that typing. I really am not too sure. I've only read about it once, but let's say you turn your Pokemon into a different typing, you could obviously have the advantage right there, but who knows how it plays out. I don't think it's gonna stick around. I believe it's gonna be a gimmick type of thing, like the Mega Evolutions. Even though they should have kept Mega Evolutions in the game, since I feel like a lot of great Pokemon didn't get to have theirs. But what can you do about it? Maybe they bring it back one day, maybe not. What other Pokemon out there? Or what do I think? I'm not sure, but as you guys can see, we do have our second badge. Happy about this. Finally getting going, last episode we had a rock type, and now we have fighting. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe for more content, and see you guys in the next video.